The protagonist opens his eyes, finding himself in what appears to be a giant bathroom, except it is no bathroom, it is a subway tunnel. After a few confused glances at his surroundings, the protagonist approaches a man.
Hello?
He attempts to strike a conversation, only to be completely ignored.
Where the hell am I?
He thinks to himself.
Did I party too hard last night? Is this the afterlife?
He ponders as he walks forward, looking around him for clues of his whereabouts.
No smoking. Who even smokes these days? All the lit kids, babe. On God, bro. For real, for real.
Our hero is greeted by a sign which tells him to keep left.
Keep left? Man, this is not alright.
He continues forward, cautiously turning the corner, not knowing what fate awaits him.
I swear, I'm never drinking again.
He tells himself, knowing full well it is a lie. Upon turning the second corner, another tunnel appears in front of him, very much like the one he had just traversed.
Another no smoking sign for the boomers.
He chuckles, thinking he had just cracked the joke of the century.
This guy, I saw him a minute ago. Hey man, what is this place? Hey, I'm talking to... Okay.
The protagonist gets ignored once more. He examines his surroundings in an attempt to make sense of this peculiar situation.
I'm sure the exit is right around the corner,
he says, with mild uneasiness. He sprints forward in the hopes of finding an exit out of this strange place, only to be greeted by yet another tunnel.
What the... How is this possible?
Panic sets in, and the protagonist runs at full speed, completely ignoring the same man walking past him for the third time in a row. Upon turning the corner, he finds a sign with a giant 0.
What is this?
He ponders, more confused than he was that one time he had a boner in the boys' locker room. He leans in to read the guide.
Don't overlook any anomalies. If you find anomalies, turn back immediately. If you don't find anomalies, do not turn back to go out from exit 8.
He takes a step back, mildly amused at the lucidity of the dream.
Man, those behind the gas station shrooms be hitting different.
He decides to partake in the silly game of searching for anomalies.
So this is like finding Waldo on steroids.
He enters the tunnel and begins the initial scan, putting most of his focus onto the posters. He goes over them one by one, memorizing as many details as his smooth brain allows him to, before turning to the man.
Hey man, your pants are kind of short. I can see your ankles. Oh, and your hair is, why is there a balding guy in my dream? Oh shit, is that some sort of a prophecy?
He takes one last glance at the tunnel, determines it is safe to proceed, and runs off to the next one.
Okay, I'm into this. Let's go.
The sign says number 1, indicating progress toward the coveted exit 8.
Man, I am killing this. I bet these suckers didn't expect to have an epic gamer like me in here.
First thing he goes over in this particular tunnel is once again the posters, then the walls and ceiling, until he's once more within touching distance of the balding man.
Hey man, I like your suitcase. He's probably late for work. Important meeting and stuff.
The protagonist analyzes the floor, walls, ceiling, and lamps. He walks backwards, parting ways with the balding man, much like the man is parting ways with his hairline. With the man no longer on his horizon, he moves on.
Number 2.
He thinks to himself, proud of the progress he's made. He then suddenly stops, suspicious of the completely normal security camera.
I don't remember you.
He pontificates how to proceed in uncertainty and ultimately decides to go back. He is greeted by a number 3.
I knew there was something off with that camera. Nice try, nerds.
He struts past the number 3, stops for a brief second for no particular reason, and then continues. He notices the same camera once more and realizes 'twas no anomaly. He had simply been lucky.
Wait, what? I was wrong? No way. This game is bugged AF, bro. Whatever, man. I ain't checking it.
Somewhere in the previous tunnel is an anomaly that was robbed of an opportunity to spook the player.
Alright, let's do this thing.
Posters, floor, man with receding hairline, immaculately placed lamps. Everything appears to be in order. Yet another squeaky clean subway tunnel.
I wonder, if I die in here, will I die in real life?
He wonders, not at all prepared for his imminent, immeasurable disappointment.
Hey, yo, what the f...
He cannot believe he had missed an anomaly.
Man, this is some bullcrap.
One minor oversight and the game must be started all over again.
I did it on purpose to see what happens.
He proclaims, fooling absolutely nobody. Our hero begins yet another sweep of the tunnel, starting with posters. Everything around him looks orderly. The balding man is on his usual path to nothingness.
Man, whoever did the tiles in this place is a god.
One last look to reassure himself, and off he goes. The protagonist sees the number 1 and rushes right past it.
Alright, time to take this seriously,
He says with conviction. The no smoking sign, exit sign, 7 different posters, nothing that indicates anomalous activity.
Come on, man, give me something interesting.
The man walks past him with no more f***s given than usual.
Nothing, really.
The protagonist, being an extreme intellectual, is beginning to feel bored, for his galaxy brain is not getting proper stimulus.
Number 2. Nice. Means I'm third of the way there.
He turns the corner and enters yet another tunnel.
The grind never stops.
He says, revealing himself to be a Sigma male.
Never don't stop hustling.
The protagonist does a thorough search, looking at everything and everyone, not skipping any details.
Man, not a lot of anomalies in this game.
He says, with mild disappointment in his voice, as he wraps up his examination of the room, when suddenly...
Nope, I'm out of here. Get the hell out of my way.
The lights turn back on to reveal the number 3, much to his relief. The arduous path toward exit 8 continues.
Red poster, blue, yellow. Man, these posters never change. Why do I even bother?
He looks around himself thoroughly, but finds nothing.
Hey man, did you gain a few pounds? No? Was this ceiling always like that? What about the camera? And why is this floor so clean? That's not how subways are. Also, that guy needs to learn some manners.
After a brief rant about the level design, he proceeds into the next tunnel. He is back at number 4, which is where he faltered last time. He turns the next corner and immediately sees an anomaly.
Oh shit!
He turns around and retreats, terrified, yet curious.
Is he after me or is he in a hurry? Ah!
He yells as the balding man charges toward him.
Hey, chill man.
The man stops dead in his tracks and pulls out his phone for a quick doom scroll before appearing again in the next tunnel.
Yep, there he is again, walking with his stupid suitcase like he's some big shot.
He says, displeased with the events that transpired in the previous tunnel mere moments ago.
Yo man, we good? Yeah, we good.
The protagonist looks over the last few posters and then stops for a moment to reflect upon his bizarre situation.
Dude, I can't wait to wake up from this weird-ass dream. This will make for a great idea for a video game.
The protagonist determines there is no anomaly in this tunnel and proceeds into the next one. Number 6. Credit where it's due. He is slowly getting there. Our dear protagonist wastes no time and gets straight to business. He manages to examine just a few posters when he hears a strange sound. He yells while running backwards, away from a wave of liquid which appears to be the color of period blood.
Oh, this can't be how it ends.
The wave stops just a few meters away from him, allowing the protagonist to gather his thoughts.
Number 7. Almost out of this cursed place.
The protagonist continues, eager to end the tormenting mind games. He does his usual drill, checking posters, walls, doors, posters for a second time, making sure the balding man hasn't changed the items in his hands. All the boxes are ticked and he is about to move forward when he notices something odd on the ceiling.
What the? What? Why is the ceiling dirt? Oh, I see. Let me just... Excuse me, thank you.
Discovering the spooky ghost face on the ceiling brings our hero to number 8, the final exit of the game. He enters the last tunnel and finally, his keen observations toward the posters pay off. He approaches the unsettling picture.
What the was this always in Chinese?
No, that's not the anomaly. Well, it doesn't matter. The protagonist backs off, looking for the real exit 8.
Please, please, please. Yes!
Perhaps this one leads to his freedom from this hellscape.
Alrighty, time to focus harder than that time I had to parallel park with people watching.
He goes over every poster, every single detail in the hallway. Now is not the time to be careless, for victory is within his grasp.
Hey man, I'm getting out of here. You wanna come with? Hello? Alright, well, screw you too.
The protagonist curses the balding man, not realizing he's nothing but a few lines of code.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'm gonna miss this place.
The protagonist says, having developed a deep connection to the tunnel of torment. He turns the corner and sees something he hasn't seen until now. Stairs. Our hero moves forward, slowly, each step a resounding echo of his success.
Exit A, baby! Well, this was fun, but it's time to wake up now.
And our hero takes the stairs leading into the light.
Wait, this isn't my bedroom.
The protagonist looks around in horror, realizing he's back at the beginning of the game.
Thank you for using the underground passageway. We apologize for... Man, Dad, I ain't reading all that. What is this place? Am I in the Matrix?
The protagonist is not happy with having to start over, but sees no other choice. He enters the subway tunnel once more, looking around in panic, searching for a way out, only to be disappointed once again. The protagonist attempts to converse with the balding man, hoping to find some answers.
Yo, you Agent Smith? Hey, look at me when I'm talking to... Am I Neo?
Unable to stop the man, he continues with examining the room.
You know what? I'll play your little game one more time.
The hero says, mistakenly believing himself to have even a sliver of control over the situation. He runs right past the sign that says number 1 and straight into the next tunnel. By this point, the scanning of the area has become second nature to him. His ability to go over every detail in his vicinity in such a short time is nothing if not remarkable.
You're no Agent Smith. You wish you were Agent Smith.
He decides to attack the balding man's feelings, fishing for a response that will never come. A final glimpse before he zooms off into the next tunnel at the speed of a slightly out-of-shape man.
I can't believe I have to do this all over again.
The protagonist is starting to feel impatient.
How long have I been in here? Feels like forever.
He says, having been in the subway of suffering for just about 12 minutes.
Whoa! Who taught you to smile, Mr. Beast?
The protagonist flees the unsettling AI-generated smile and proceeds to tunnel number 3. He rolls in with such speed, one would think he's MKBHD driving in a school zone. Despite already being an expert at detecting flaws in the tunnel, our hero exercises caution.
Okay, let's be careful now. We don't want to turn this into another learning experience.
No insignificant detail can be overlooked. As the saying goes, better safe than sorry. And as such, he's rewarded with number 4. Which, of course, is seemingly meaningless, as reaching the end last time got him absolutely diddly-do. But what else is there for him to do? Sit idly while the balding man walks smugly from tunnel to tunnel, carrying his briefcase and phone, orchestrating evil plots of unimaginable magnitudes? Well, maybe, but that's not important right now. What's important is that our hero, at the last second, notices a missing door.
Jeez, good thing I did a double take.
Indeed, and the double take brings him to number 5, meaning he's halfway done. Things are going smoothly for the protagonist, minus the whole being stuck in an endless loop, of course.
Wait, what did you say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
No, please, I don't want to come into your room. Take the bald man instead.
He runs from the shadowy figure in the doorway, hoping they claim the man with questionable hair instead. He runs into the safety of number 6 and carries on.
Really?
He scoffs, feeling mildly insulted by the glaringly obvious anomaly. The protagonist runs past what he hopes is the last number 7 he will see today, aside from maybe 7-Eleven, and continues into the tunnel. At this point, I have nothing interesting to say. He's just looking at posters, walls, doors, signs, the man, more posters.
I don't like you.
Until he finally notices the security camera.
Hey, I see you bastards. Stop watching me. That's creepy as hell. I have an OnlyFans if you're interested though.
The protagonist reveals more information than is necessary. But, given the current state of the economy, can you really blame him? At least he's not selling lead-filled energy drinks and moldy cheese.
Oh, hey man, Actually, you know what? I trained MMA for 2 months. I don't want to hurt you.
The protagonist makes a wise choice for all parties involved and turns back, avoiding starting over, allowing me to end the video earlier and thus saving you, my dear viewer, some precious time. Well, there you go, another easy one. It is rather difficult to say whether the protagonist is shaking with happiness or madness. I just hope he keeps his wits about him for what is possibly the last tunnel of the game. This is it, the moment of truth. Posters,
Check.
doors,
Check.
ceiling,
Check.
floor,
Check.
sign,
Check.
man.
Still balling.
Everything appears to be in order.
Man, I need to know who did these tiles, cause my bathroom could use a redo.
One last double check, followed by a little celebratory moonwalk backwards as the protagonist says goodbye to the forsaken tunnel. He turns the corner and sees the stairs once more.
God, please let me wake up. This is too much, man. I'm tripping balls.
He says as he walks into the light.
Thank you for using the under...
The protagonist looks around in panic when suddenly it dawns on him. He isn't stuck in some sort of a dream or a drug-induced nightmare. He is, in fact, part of the game. Uncertain what to do with this newfound information, he slowly trudges forward, hungry for more answers. Will this be his entire existence, walking down the same tunnel countless times, being controlled by an unknown entity of questionable intelligence? Or is there perhaps a way to escape this miserable reality? The protagonist stands motionless for a few moments, deep in thoughts, when he finally says,
I know where to start.